Hey, welcome to episode 15.
Whoa.
Episode 15. I know we get excited about every single episode on here, but it's really true because we are very excited that we are still able to do the show.
Yeah. Thanks for watching. Even if you didn't watch or listen, I think we'd still do it because we enjoy it so much.
Yeah.
So
thank you, Clue Studio, for sponsoring the studio. And Adam, how was your weekend, man?
Man, it was good. Other than some certain teams losing. But Saturday I went to the UNO.
The what?
The UNO Coliseum, wherever the old movie theater used to be at in Lima. They had a Halloween show playing.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it was awesome. My cousin's band, Electric Circus, once again played there.
Okay.
Really fun.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Brother Believe Me. And one other one, I can't remember. I apologize. They went on first, but that was really fun.
Okay.
Then Sunday, watched, of course, sports, football and everything. Unfortunately, Browns and the Bengals.
I know.
And I think I lost in fantasy football. But it was still a good weekend.
We went tailgating for the Buckeyes game.
Oh, that's right. How was that?
It was a good time.
Especially with them winning, so that was good.
Yeah, I mean, the first quarter was a little shaky. Mm-hmm. Towards the end of the first half was a lot better, and then the second half was definitely our game.
Yeah, definitely. It was a pretty close one, a little wrecky, but hey, we got Michigan State next, then Michigan.
The thing is that everybody's going to give us their best.
That's what they need. Mm-hmm. It's Ohio State. I would take nothing but the absolute,
Yeah. I agree. But no, it was good, man. The tailgate was fun. We had a lot of fun, which me and Adam are actually tailgating this weekend at the Bengals and Browns game.
Yep, we will be there.
So if you are out at the Bengals and Browns game for Sunday, hit us up on YouTube or our YouTube channel, or hit us up on, we do have an Instagram now that Adam takes care of. Hit us up on Instagram. Message us on Instagram if you guys are going to be at the Browns and Bengals game, and we can meet up.
Yes.
So, should be a good time.
We're going to try to hook it up pretty early so we can be out there partying.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm super excited.
Me too.
So, yeah. So, other than that, though, we had a pretty busy weekend for the most part. Me and my wife, we stayed in Columbus over the weekend. So,
oh, really?
Yeah.
Stayed overnight after the tailgating?
Yeah, we stayed. Nice. We stayed the night or whatever. We visited an old friend, got to see his newborn baby.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, I got to see where he's living at now. Old friend of ours. You actually know him. Old Drew P.
Okay. Parker, right on.
Yeah,
I'm glad he's still alive and kicking.
He's still alive
Having
and kicking.
babies kicking. That's good.
Yep, making babies kicking. So, got to meet up with him though. It's been a while, so that was fun. But yeah, man, it was an overall good weekend. We picked up the kids yesterday. They stayed with our in-laws, and that was. Yeah, they had a good time.
Kid-free weekend, huh?
It was a kid-free Saturday.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah,
you got to stay
Saturday.
in Columbus after that. That's good.
Yeah. We stayed at a hotel called the Moxie.
Okay.
It was an interesting hotel.
Nice hotel.
It was nice. Yeah, it was a nice hotel. It was just an interesting hotel. So most places really try to show off the and the wow, the glitz and the glamour of having your own room and stuff like that. This place, not so much.
Really?
Aztec type sheets, like Indian, Aztec Indian type of designs on the comforter and stuff like that.
Okay.
It's a bed on a wooden pallet almost.
Okay. Nice and simple.
Simple. A TV on the wall. There's no dressers. Probably about 40 different type of pegs in the wall, though, that you can hang stuff on.
No dressers, just
no dressers.
Hang everything out in the wall. I kind of like that, too.
There's one nightstand, not two. There's only one, and then you have a bathroom. When you go to check in, you check in at a bar. Okay? There's the lobby is like a big bar.
That's cool.
And when you go to check in, they're like, here's your 2 tokens. Our rooms are made for sleeping. The party's down here. Your first 2 drinks are on us.
What? For real?
That's how kind of we were welcomed.
That's all. Yeah. So. No dressers, pegs on the wall.
Yeah.
Check in at the bar, free drink tickets.
Yeah.
And this is called
the Moxie in Columbus.
Yo. You're doing it right, Moxie. You're doing it right. That sounds great.
So, unfortunately, though, the worst part of that trip, and I hate to say it, but you know what? This is why we have a show. Mm-hmm. But We did go down to the town hall for breakfast that morning, or brunch, more or less.
Okay.
There's a place called the Town Hall that's right below our hotel.
Oh, not the town. It's just the place is called Town Hall.
That's what it's called,
Okay.
yeah. It's a Brown backers bar, too.
Brown backers?
Yeah.
Like
so
all Browns
fans.
Okay, right
Yeah,
on.
yeah. Matter of fact, when we walked in, there was a girl dressed like a zombie Browns player, and she's like, "You want a selfie with me?" I was like, "It's pretty forward, but no." And she's like, "Well, why not?" I was like, and I read her shirt, and I was like, "I'm a Bengals fan." She's like, "This is a Browns bar." I was like, "Well, I'm coming here for avocado toast, so, so
This is also Bengals money, so
exactly.
want to accept it or not, it's up to you.
So we sat down though. It was so half of the bar is like you either go with a waitress, or the other half of the bar is you self-serve yourself. So it was a little different. So I walked up to the kiosk. I ordered food. I ordered drinks for ourselves. And then I stepped off to the side and I asked the lady, I was like, "How does this work?" I was like, "Do I just wait? Are you guys still making my drinks?" She's like, "Yep." I was like, "Okay." So then like somebody comes out and says like your last name. She's like, "Yeah, that's exactly what happens." I was like, "All right, cool." I was like, "Well, we're like tucked away in this like little like corner of this bar."
Yeah.
I was like, "Is anybody going to see us?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah. Like, we ask everybody." I'm like, "All right, great." So we get our drinks, and then it's 55 minutes later, and I'm like noticing people like around us already eating, like who got there after us.
Bro, is your food just like sitting out there in limbo?
So my wife walks up to the cashier, and she's like, "Hey, we've been waiting here for 55 minutes, like no food or anything." And the guy goes, "Oh, we called your name like half hour ago. Your food's sitting over there. It's cold now. Do you want it?"
What?
Yeah.
I've been like, no, I don't want my cold food.
That's what I said, man. I was like, no, I don't want my cold food. And he's like, we can reheat it up or we can remake it. And I was like, nah. I was like, just give me my refund and we'll get out of here.
Well, at least, they said they'll remake it, but they offered, we'll put it in the microwave for you. No
Yeah.
problem. Like,
Yeah.
Nah.
I was a little bit disappointed in that.
That sucks. We won't say the name on that. That sucks. Maybe they're just having a off day or something.
I don't know. But the thing was that he told us, he's like, well, we didn't see you because you were sitting in that corner. And I specifically told like the lady beforehand, I was like, hey, we're sitting in that corner.
Yeah,
just so
she's
you
like,
know.
oh yeah,
she was like, oh yeah,
pay
yeah,
attention.
we know.
Your name, like what's the names they call? They call like Rains.
Yeah, they had our last name.
It's like, it's pretty good.
Well,
Yeah, we called your name like half an hour
But
ago.
the thing is, though, like me and my wife, like we're starving at the time. We just got done drinking all day at the tailgate. Like it's hangover food time.
yeah.
So we're like, man.
So you're
where is
listening
this-
for the call.
Where is this food? Like
okay,
the whole
listen.
time.
Like listening to your name or anything remotely
Yeah.
that sounds close to yours and nothing, huh?
Yeah. But hey,
Lame.
that's what life's all about.
Yep.
That's why we need insurance.
That's
Speaking of, you see that segue there? Yeah. So we got Kris Ewald on the show today to talk to us a little bit about his background and how he came up through the ranks in becoming an insurance specialist. And I've talked to Kris a couple of times here and there. He's in BNI with me.
Nice.
We've had a few one-on-ones where we've just talked business, but this is going to give us a chance to really dive into him as a person and an individual. So
I'm excited.
let's wait no further and get him on the show. Roll it.
Baby live.
Hey, welcome back to the show. The social guys here. We want to thank Clue Studio, our sponsors for the studio. And we want to thank Kris Ewald coming on the show with us
Yeah, thanks, man.
from Ewald Financial Services. Right?
Absolutely,
Yep,
yes.
Financial Services, right?
Ewald Financial Services, yes. Your senior market specialist since 1999.
Wow.
99. So, quick couple questions for you here, Kris, right off the bat.
Sure.
Where did you grow up in Walpock?
I grew up, yes. We actually are, because my brother loves writing off, I think it's like 37.5% of the business. It's in our childhood home.
Oh, yeah. That's
So
right.
I grew up in the house where we now sell insurance out of, and where I used to oddly fold newspapers. Back when kids delivered newspapers
Right.
and actually collected the money.
I remember playing the video game.
Yeah, it's very strange
Paperboy.
to now have clients in that same like 4-block neighborhood
Yeah.
of people that I delivered newspapers to some 30 years ago.
Right.
So, that's cool, though.
So you graduated from Walpock then?
Graduated from Wapak High, yes, in 1996.
Now, did you play any sports in high school?
I did, yes. I played golf all 4 years.
Lucky guy.
I wish I would.
Baseball 4 years, and I was a so-so basketball player. I got bounced after 1 year. I played freshman basketball.
Yeah. Okay, cool deal.
Just wasn't feeling it, or they actually kicked you off?
No.
They're like, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
I was always a better baseball player than I was a basketball player, and it was just we had an exceptional class that was ahead of us.
Oh, so you're just like, yeah, I'm gonna let you guys take care of it.
We had an exceptional class in '95 that was ahead of us that had a lot of talent, and then there was a class behind me that had maybe more talent in other people's minds than actually was produced on the court. But be that as it may, there was a handful of us that we only played just that one season of basketball, and it worked out great for me because I then worked in the off season because I was a catcher in baseball.
Oh, okay.
So it helped me, and then I eventually I stayed in basketball because I actually got licensed to be a basketball official. Which is another aspect of my kind of crazy, busy life.
Oh, right on.
So,
that's cool.
So yeah, that happened. That happened my senior year. So I've been licensed, since November 1995.
So you've been officiating or refereeing. What do they call it? Which one?
The blanket statement is officiating. So that's what I always go to because that. Over the four sports that I still dabble in, as far as football, basketball, baseball, softball.
Yeah.
Officiating is the blanket statement that covers all sports.
Right. We talked to Tyler Copeland was on the show a couple weeks ago. Mm-hmm. We talked to him about that. And he said there was the referee is the main guy, right?
Right, that's what's confusing about football is you actually have the positional breakdowns. So like I joke about myself because I am the guy in the white hat. So I'm the douchey guy in the white hat on Friday nights is what I call myself. Yeah, but then you have through the middle you have the umpire that's lined up, basically behind the linebackers, and then a back judge is 25 yards off the line of scrimmage, and then you have the two guys on the sidelines, the head linesman and the line judge. But yeah, if you just say, because it becomes confusing as far as, I reffed this game or I umpired this game.
Right. And you're like,
it kind of threads this needle between different sports. So if you just say, I officiated last night, covers all bases.
Gotcha.
All right.
Gotcha. Makes more sense that way.
Yes.
I'm sure we could probably dive into a whole nother podcast show on that.
Yeah, I could tell officiating stories all day and all night.
Well, maybe we'll have to have you on for the second show then for that reason alone. I'm sure we could. I'm sure we have questions.
I always joke, and I'm happy to talk about the business, but I always joke. They're like, "Why do you officiate so much?" I go, "Because the stories are a lot more interesting." I mean, I could sit here and tell you about, oh my God, this person only got a 6% rate increase on their health insurance or their Medicare supplement. And that's great. That's a win for us because we're retaining, hopefully a long-time client. But you guys would be bored to tears about me talking about that. Yes, my wife and I's obnoxious date night in America, on Wednesday nights going out to these swanky restaurants to kind of piggyback on what Treg was talking about in the intro there, because I think we went to almost virtually every place in the short north in Columbus.
Oh, the short north's amazing.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah, doing that kind of stuff is way more interesting than my day to day. And I'm sure that for full disclosure, Tyler Copeland, Koenig Insurance. That's who I have my homeowners insurance through. Great organization.
Nice plug.
Tyler's my cousin, so he kind of grew up at 316 Glenwood Road, which is where Ewald Financial Services is located at.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, his mom is my Aunt Barb and is my mom's younger sister.
Gotcha.
So Tyler, my mom babysat Tyler and his two older sisters.
So now, Was Ewald Financial Services before you and your brother, or did you guys start that?
No, we always make the joke that we're just sons of a truck driver, which is literally true. Our dad.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong at all. No, it provided us with a great living. My dad worked for Pepsi.
Okay.
As a salesman for a number of years. Really for half of his life, because I think he left when he was 42 and had started when he was 21. So that was really the only thing that I knew growing up as a kid. I mean, and I was such a loyalist, and he was, as far as, he was he was a Teamster.
Union guy, huh?
Union guy, did well. And it's so funny because some of the things, I joke about the newspaper route, that job doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
My dad's job that he did no longer exists because they do all these pre-orders and, they just bucket off of the semi truck. My dad was, he was kind of a one-man show as far as
doing it all.
He did all the sales, he did all the entry, he built the displays inside the stores.
Oh, yeah.
And when we got old enough, my two older brothers and I tagged along, for some of that. So I'm proud of that lineage, as
That's
far
awesome.
as making that
That's pretty
little
cool.
that little joke, as far as my humble beginning. Yeah, we did not inherit a book of business. I mean, which is really kind of unorthodox when it comes to the insurance world, because most of it is multi-generational, and you're inheriting, great grandfather, dad or mom,
right?
Their book of business. No, my brother, God love him, Todd, started it from scratch. That's where his background is. He majored in finance and economics at Ohio Northern.
Okay.
So he's way smarter than I am when it comes to this. I'm just kind of the P.T. Barnum of Ewald Financial Services as far as being the carnival barker, because my background is journalism and English is what I studied at the University of Toledo. So it's kind of funny. We would kind of thumb our nose in the journalism world at people that took the public relations route, and now I just feel like I'm a PR machine. So I've just
nothing wrong with that.
It's come full circle for me as far as the PR. And that's the thing about our business is, always be closing, or, to do the old SNL skit with Alec Baldwin. Is it too soon to make Alec Baldwin jokes?
No.
Okay. Always be cobbling. They did the SNL skit, the play on Glenn Ross, which is one of my favorite plays, movies, and then that skit. So of course I'm going to shill here a little bit and give you guys.
Thank you.
I know you need another can cooler, like the world neades another folk singer.
Yeah.
To quote the old Cracker song from the 90s.
Not only that, I still have like 200 can koozies left from my wedding that happened 8 years ago.
Yes. So at least it stands out because it's pink, and then
I like
then
it.
you have maybe the 1 or 2 time antimicrobial Ewald Financial Services click stick pen there. So
nice. I didn't know you guys have an Instagram.
Feels good.
Yeah, we sure do.
I did not know that.
Yeah, at Ewald Financial.
Are you on there quite often?
Anything that I do on Facebook, because of the integration.
It just integrates
because
over.
of the integration with that. I'm always, I just did. That actually creates a great segue as far as one of the last posts that I would have done on there would have been our open enrollment campaigns.
Okay, yeah.
Which I always kind of feel like it's a two-front war this time of year, because Medicare open enrollment starts on October the 15th, and then today is actually the beginning of the individual health insurance marketplace health insurance. So November 1st. November 1st, it's a blitzkrieg. November 1st to December 15th. So if people aren't lucky enough to be covered by group health insurance and get slotted into, that world of where am I going to go to get insured, and I would argue that, people are like, well, can I afford it? And I'm sure that other people in the business would say the same things. It's like, well, can you not afford not to have it? Really,
Yeah, right.
as far as the cost of health insurance and just skyrocketing medical expenses. I mean,
Insurance.
almost 20%.
Yeah.
To throw some numbers at you before we get into probably some more interesting stuff as far as other aspects of my life.
Good,
but
you're good. Keep
yeah,
rolling,
I mean,
man.
20% of people that are in bankruptcy
Yeah.
in the United States is due to medical expenses.
Oh,
Oh,
I
really?
believe that.
So I mean, it's
I believe
it's
that.
1 in 5
I'm surprised
people.
it's not more.
Yeah, well, it's probably underreported, but I mean, as far as what shows up on people's credit scores, it affects your whole financial life. As far as if you're rolling the dice and not being insured. Yeah, because some of the people, when they'll come in and talk to Todd and I, and they're starting to look at some plans that would be available in Auglaize County and some of the surrounding counties. And I mean, we do business with people over the telephone all over the state, and we're licensed in other states. And all that's on our website on ewaldfinancial.com, and then on the Google business page as far as doing, and we had talked about that before, as far as the state of Texas. I mean, we're licensed in the state of Texas, so
Very cool.
we can sell people health insurance and Medicare supplements and life insurance.
Adam just moved from Texas.
Yeah, that's what Adam was telling me earlier. So
I want to talk to you after this because I need to get some life insurance, man.
we can do it. Yeah, we can do it. I just wrote a check for
I'll,
my 20-year term life insurance.
There you
That
go.
I
I'll
have.
put that referral in BNI.
Yes, yes. Always get credit. Always get
So I
credit.
moved back and I'm getting all the hookups. Got car insurance from Tyler. I get life insurance from Kris.
Yes.
Quick question though for you,
Need it
real
all.
fast. Or did you have more to input on that? Okay.
No.
Okay. So, quick question though, real quick. Right after high school, what was your plan? Was it always insurance motivated?
No. No, not at all. Not at all.
So you said you went to university. Did you want to be a journalist? Is that what?
Yeah,
is that where
and
you were going?
I did, to a certain degree. I was a card carrying journalist. As far as I was never. I knew that I was never cut out to do like newspaper work.
Oh,
just
yeah,
because.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not. I mean, I'm good at beating deadlines.
Have you ever
meeting deadlines.
Have you ever met some of those people that do that stuff?
Oh yeah, I've been around them the
Yeah.
majority of my life. So
Yeah, they're weirdos. You could definitely do that job.
I qualify as a weirdo. Yeah, but I mean,
Well, no, I'm not. I'm saying that you're you have more of a personality than some of those people do.
yeah, that's true. Well, yeah. For some of the
You're
people,
overqualified, is what I'm trying to say.
That's funny.
well, that's
Like, you go, weirdo.
no, but I mean, as far as one of the first things that you do, in J school is you're write an obituary, and it's like,
Yeah.
it's that's not great as
Yeah.
far as
Right.
Yeah.
as far as just
Yeah.
knocking out the nuts and bolts of a story. I was always, as because Treg knows me and knows how verbose I can be and laborious with the some of my points. Lengthy. No, I was always into longer form stuff as far as writing, and that's what I did. I was lucky enough to get some stuff published, and proud of some of the research work that I did. Really on kind of an unknown local hero in Dudley Nichols, who's the first person ever to refuse an Academy Award. That happened back in March 1936. So you talked about after college. I mean, one of the things that I did was take kind of this Kerouacian trip cross country with my buddy Hollywood Todd Brown, as I call him, who lived in L.A. for, I think Todd was out there for at least a dozen years.
And your brother's name is Todd too, right? So not to get that confused.
Not to be confused with Todd Ewald. This would be Todd Brown, who was a few years behind me. He would have been a class in '99 at Wapak High.
Okay.
He was always the guy, and he did work in film and produced some stuff and has written a book and that sort of thing. So
Nice.
that's kind of, I mean, that's where I wanted to take things. And then, you know, when forbearances run out on student loans and that sort of thing, it's like, oh, well, what am I going to do now? So it was one of those things where I did kind of, you know, dabble in, do freelance writing for a while, and, you know, made a little bit of money, but it wasn't anything that was consistent.
Right.
How was it? Because that was, I mean, that's pre, you know, how we are now with the internet. I mean, not to make you sound old or anything, but I'm saying
No,
like,
that's true though.
but I'm saying, how did you find freelance work at that time?
Yeah, it was tough. I mean, it wasn't as easy to get something published as now.
Right.
I mean, because
you can throw your name out on Facebook right now and you'll have a job tomorrow.
right, yeah, because I mean, everybody's starving for original content. So
Yeah.
I mean, to do that now and to do kind of the gig work, you know, to use one of the recent catchphrases. Yeah, I mean, if I were to do it now, I could certainly do it. I mean, I have other interests and ambitions as far as where I want to utilize some of my background when it comes to that.
Yeah.
As far as I always joke with my wife, Michelle, that, you know, I'm just going to ditch everything. I'm going to become a documentary filmmaker.
Yes.
Dude, if you do that, you better call me.
Because I secretly want to be Ken Burns. So
That's awesome.
But she's like, well, you know, I just left my job and
We can do
moved
this.
back here, you know, because we had an apartment in Columbus for 2 years.
Yeah.
And, you know, weren't living together full time.
Yeah.
That's why I was able to, you know, just kind of gallivant around Columbus and go to all the restaurants that we did on Wednesday nights. Because people are like, well, what are you going to do now? I'm like, well, it's going to be more difficult to find those kind of, you know, white tablecloth settings and have that experience.
Yeah.
But no, it was like everything. I mean, everything comes to a close in some regards. So yeah, it was a fun run, but much rather have my wife, you know, buy me, you know, every day. So
Right.
Absolutely.
Right.
So yeah.
That's cool.
So now, broadcast journalism school, you're in there, you're doing it, you graduate. What switched your mentality to insurance?
Really, what did it was, you know, Todd, my brother, was really just a one-man show. You know, he
was already doing it.
He was already doing it, yeah, because he actually, when he was at Ohio Northern, he had started working for MetLife.
Okay.
So yeah, he had a proper upbringing in the insurance world as far as being an agent with them, and, you know, he got trained, and it was good for a few years.
Yeah.
And then it was one of those things where MetLife they were a mutual company.
Yeah.
Since their inception.
Yeah.
Which really, you know, there was really an emphasis on customer service and building a relationship with clients and keeping business in a house, you know, for multiple generations.
Yeah.
Well, I believe it was in 1998, so it would have been towards the end of Todd's tenure there. They had their IPO and they became a publicly traded company, and and all of their field offices started to go by the wayside.
Really?
Yeah, I think they only have maybe 2 or 3 field offices in the state of Ohio now.
Oh, wow. Didn't know that.
And yeah, back in the day, as far as the 75
So they're just based off of corporate now.
Yeah.
Huh. Didn't know that.
Yeah, because they had I wanted on the I-75 corridor in our area, because he was in the Lima office, and I believe they had an office in Findlay and Toledo as well, and I don't even know if they have that Toledo office now. So it was kind of a strange transition for them, you know, because all of a sudden, you know, they're beholden to not their clients anymore as far as being the mutual company, them essentially being the owners of the company.
Yeah.
They became beholden to the stockholders. So yeah, it definitely changed things for him. And that's when he started kind of reflecting on, you know, well, what do I want to do?
Right. Right.
You know, because I can't really be behind this, but I could be behind, you know, me starting my own thing. And, you know, he talked with, you know, because our parents were both living at that time. And, yeah, he talked to them, and they're like, well, you know, you've been trained. I mean, you're ready for this moment if you want to go out on your own. I mean, it's a leap of faith because you're not
It always is.
because you're not because you know, again, you were talking about, you know, how we came up, how we started, you know, not having a book of business. So by Todd's you know, grit and perseverance, you know, he created his own book of business.
Right.
So
cool.
so yeah, you know, here we are 22 years later, and pretty proud of what we've been able to accomplish.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
and
It's amazing.
You know, as far as my entry to it, I came on board, you know, it would have been really in 2001. So after my little, you know, kind of 2-week vacation out to LA and doing some research on Dudley Nichols, that I was able to accomplish.
What year was that when you were in LA?
It was just before 9/11, so it would have been.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
it was weird. I mean, in
That's
retrospect,
crazy time then.
it's weird to think
Yeah.
about it, because in my lifetime, I really think about 3 real seminal events as far as changing the landscape of things.
Yeah.
And that would have, I mean, I would have been in college, so that would have been, what, 4/20 of 1998? That's when Columbine happened, as far as the school shooting.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that completely changed, you know, and my entry into schools now is just through athletics.
Yeah.
So I just think about my own high school experience
Right.
and some of the stuff that I was, you know, able to do, and think about, you know, the security levels now post Columbine.
Yeah.
And then I think about the world of you know, travel and leisure.
Yeah.
Post 9/11, because I would have came back from LA. It would have been, I think, 2 or 3 weeks before 9/11.
That's insane.
You know, and
It's crazy to
and
think about
so
though. I
much-
mean,
Yeah, you're at
all
a-
the things that.
you're at an international busy airport, and you kind of replay that, you know, as far as in your mind. It's like, oh my God, you know, you're just thankful for. Yeah, you're thankful for every day, and because I mean that totally changed the landscape of everything. And then obviously, the third thing would be what's happened in the last couple of years as far as the pandemic.
Yeah.
So
So much stuff is.
which is scary stuff, and you know,
Oh, it is.
It impacted me directly as far as you know, my wife being in the ICU and all that. So
Yeah.
yeah.
It's a unfortunate thing. It's a real thing. You know, I think a lot of people who, you know, we don't talk about it very much on this show, but you know, it is a real thing or whatever. But I mean, there's a lot of different speculations and theories out there. I'm sure you've heard them all as well. So.
Oh, sure, yeah, and I don't. I mean, I don't want to.
Yeah,
I don't want to bang
that at all.
Yeah, you know, I'm glad Todd Rundgren's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame now, but I'm not gonna bang. I'm not gonna bang a political drum on anything. So
That's good. Well, hey, on that
That's
note,
awesome.
let's just take a break real quick and hear from our sponsors.
What is DrinkAid? DrinkAid, previously known as Never Too Hungover, is an innovative and exciting nutritional supplement drink that is set to revolutionize the category of hangover prevention products. It's a perfect life hack for busy people who work hard, play hard, and enjoy life to the fullest. It comes in a 3.4-ounce bottle, TSA friendly for travel, and is great tasting dietary supplement consisting of a natural blend of vitamins, antioxidants, amino acids, nutrients, and minerals. Its formula helps neutralize and process the toxins caused by alcohol in the liver, thus ensuring you feel great the morning after a night out on the town. DrinkAid. Celebrate and feel great with this low-calorie drink packed with vitamins and supplements. Thanks, DrinkAid.
Hey, welcome back to the show.
Hey.
Kris, a couple more questions here for you. For one, so we just got done talking about how you and your brother started the insurance company.
yeah, well, I'm going to correct you on that. He started.
He
it.
started. You kind of joined in. Yeah.
I was just the kid. I was the kid brother without a job, you know, that had dabbled in, you know, freelance writing.
Give me a job already.
Yeah,
But-
yeah. So I mean, I simply, by necessity, just started, you know, answering phones and
So that's kind of how you got into the whole.
yeah, and you know, and then I, you know,
That's
eventually, eventually went and, to Hondros College, which is one of the places that offers, insurance classes and
It's a big
and real estate.
It's a big college for like nursing is it nursing or
They do, at the Westerville
like
campus.
LPN maybe?
Yeah, they do. I think it is the
they're
LPNs.
big on realtors though too.
Real estate.
Yeah.
Nursing, real estate, and insurance is really kind of their bread and butter.
Nice.
As far
Nice.
as
I was gonna say I've heard that place before.
Yeah.
Also, though, with your brother kind of starting the insurance company and then turning it into a family business, you hear so much about all these big time insurance companies. I mean, you got State Farm. You have, all these bank owned insurance companies, or used to be banks that are now just basically went full insurance.
Sure.
You hear about all these places, and then you have Ewald Financial Services. There's a lot of big dogs out there.
Yeah.
I mean, for you guys just to start like a small town, family insurance company. I mean, was it stacked? Were the cards stacked against you guys?
Yeah, I would definitely. I mean, most startups, I don't know what the actual figures are on that. I would say that they probably fail within the first 3 years.
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't know definitively on that, but it was one of those things where, Todd's neck was on the line as far as, what he wanted to accomplish. And then as I got more involved in it, I kind of, it's like, well, okay, this is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing now. I guess I'm an insurance guy. And,
but I mean,
because you could have hidden behind something else, but it has, the family name. I mean, it comes as people are no longer here.
Yeah.
The family name becomes more important. It's like, well, we're gonna scratch this out and make a living doing it. So, it wasn't always as easy as it is now. I can assure you of that.
That's good.
I can assure you
what we're
of
still
that.
doing with our business. We'll let you know if we're still around in 3 years.
Yeah, we were. I can assure you, even in year 10, we were not even close to doing the volume that we are now.
Yeah,
and I'll be honest with you, a lot of that because it was a whole paradigm shift as far as what happened with these open enrollments.
Yeah.
So that would have been under the Bush administration is when they did the Medicare Modernization Act, which I believe was in 2003.
Okay.
I do believe in facts, so if somebody wants to fact check me out there, they can correct that.
We'll throw it down right
They
here.
can correct that But Medicare Part D, the prescription drug plans, that came into play in 2006. That was the first year that they were available, and we were all in on that. And then, so that got people, coming through the turnstile, so to speak.
Yeah.
So, and those open enrollments have always been kind of our Trojan horse.
Yeah.
To get into more profitable things as far as within a household. So, so as because it's pretty innocent to make a sale to somebody as far as really the Medicare world.
Yeah.
If it's a traditional Medicare supplement or it's a Medicare Advantage plan or one of the prescription drug plans, or even if you still want to call it Obamacare as far as buying insurance through the health marketplace, which that would have started in 2014.
Right.
So making one of those sales to somebody and them having a premium that in some instances could be very minimal, maybe even zero, as their comfort level rises with you and their level of trust, then you get into, well, okay, I have a 401k from 3 jobs ago, and I've never done anything with it. And the stock market's going gangbusters, but I should probably have my own IRA. So it's just building that rapport with people and having a comfort level, to to do more transactions within a household, and hopefully locking up their business, and then being part of an organization like BNI, Moon Lake BNI. Shout out to them as far as Business Networking International, and developing those relationships with other business people that depend on referrals. So it's created kind of this spider web, as far as just business is good.
Right.
I'm not going to complain.
Right.
Hell yeah. That's good.
And I wasn't trying to say, you guys all right, by saying, where the cards act against you. I'm just saying, like, you hear about all these bigger and larger companies. I mean, you guys going into it had to have been a rough start. I'm sure it was a rough start. I'm not going to say it wasn't for you. But what I'm trying to lean into a little bit is going into that room with a bunch of guys who all play middle linebacker. Is it tough at times to compete, or is there even competition? Or I mean, anymore, a lot of people try to, and we know this, anymore, a lot of people like small town, like mom and pop places, so called. But they almost gravitate towards that more now, especially more now than they did 10 years ago.
Yeah, I would say so. One of the things that Todd and I really calculated after the financial meltdown, of 2008, 2009, and we put it on most everything. It's because I'm the word guy, because that's my background. So I came up with the cute catchphrase as far as senior market specialist. Well, yeah, it's a catchphrase, and it might be a little gimmicky, but that's really our mission statement as far as what we're about. Because other than this time of year, as far as the individual health insurance market, even with those people included, which is thousands of clients as far as throughout the state of Ohio that trust us to do the heavy lifting as far as going on to healthcare.gov and doing that. And it's done at no additional cost to them.
Right.
Because the cost is built into the pricing, the way that they do it. And it's private insurance that it's just the rules of the game. So it's private insurance that you're getting because of your financial situation, depending on where you're slotted in your tax bracket. You're getting a tax credit that the federal government is verifying through your tax returns and saying, okay, this is verified, this is what we have, that's consistent with what you've made the last few years. This is what we're going to offer you.
Yeah.
So with that coming into play in 2014, what it did, and talking before about that paradigm shift as far as our business, this used to be the deadest time of the year for us because, I mean, it's November 1 today, and everybody's focus is
Christmas,
the holidays.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Buying gifts.
Yeah. What are we doing for the holidays?
Yeah.
Well, now it's become this reassessment of what am I going to do about my health insurance?
So it opened up new opportunities for you guys.
Absolutely.
Yeah. That's crazy.
That's good.
That's nuts. Didn't realize that.
Yeah. I mean,
and there were
about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, and there were some people, older agents, because I mean Todd would have been. Let me do the backwards math. He would have been 26 when he started Ewald Financial Services.
Oh, really?
In '99.
That's a young mind at that time,
right?
To dive into something like that,
right? So I mean, he just turned 48.
Yeah.
I'm knocking at 44.
So you're sitting at 18 years open right now.
22 actually.
Or 22. Yeah.
Yeah. Started in '99.
I'm very good at math.
I am with. Yeah, I'm very good at seeing. I'm too vain to wear glasses, but with these contacts in, I can see you guys just fine.
That's crazy. So now, is there a certain? Is there a specialty insurance that you guys kind of specialize in? Is there? I mean, do you guys kind of do everything across the board?
Or just basically stay in like life insurance?
We do everything.
Yeah.
We do everything except We don't do individual stock sales.
Okay.
As far as the financial services side of it.
Yeah.
And we don't do property and casualty insurance.
Okay. So you guys do taxes and stuff too?
We do not.
Oh, okay.
We do not.
So do you get a lot of calls about that since it says financial services on it?
We do. It's...
I'm just curious. I mean, I'm sure other people are the same thing.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that I've found as far as being a little bit more out in public.
Yeah.
Talking to people about our business and just people not realizing, because people not realizing that we did health insurance. I mean, we have people that still contact us.
Yeah.
When we operated in that arena before.
Yeah.
Obviously, when the Affordable Care Act went into play, well, that would have went into play in 2010, and then it became finalized and enacted in 2014. So we've always operated in the health insurance arena. It just became amplified because of that, and it brought more people into the market that were, well, case in point, we had people, because with us being in a very rural area, just to create kind of a storyline, which is actually true because we ran into this. I mean, people that were self-employed, whether that's through farming or otherwise.
Yeah.
And the old rules of the game: if you had a heart attack, you were uninsurable.
Really?
So we would have guys, or gals that would say, well, it doesn't matter. We still want you to quote it. I can write the check. It's not an issue. And it's like, well, John, Jane, I'm sorry to tell you, but you are uninsurable in the eyes of this company.
Yeah.
Wow.
So two things that would be very good as far as the ACA, and people can dissect it and beat it up and run. I mean, fact of the matter is, I think that this would be verified. I want to say that at least 3/4 of the country actually likes the ACA and the way that it works. And a couple of those reasons would be pre-existing conditions, because there's no underwriting that's involved with it anymore. So those people that were excluded from having health insurance before, unless they were, obviously they were taken on by a group.
Right.
I mean, if you're lucky enough to have group insurance, but what we're talking about are people that are at either self-employed or really at a really small shop, that's not required to offer group insurance because you're not, when you're of a certain size.
Yeah.
That, so they're in this market, so they're shopping around, today and through December 15th to get a January 1 start date. And those are the people that we're dealing with.
Yeah.
And, it's just, and the other thing that used to happen pre-ACA was there were lifetime maximums that were on policies. So you could have a lifetime maximum of as little as like $500,000.
Okay.
And if you had that policy for X amount of years and you had some sort of catastrophic episode, you could literally be sitting in the hospital and, some bean counter at an insurance company is saying, oh, Treg, Adam, you just went over the $500,000 or $1 million threshold. You no longer have health insurance.
Oh my God.
Because that policy has been exhausted.
Oh, wow.
Jeez.
And then you had no recourse because you probably had some sort of catastrophic episode, whether it was a stroke, heart attack, whatever.
Right.
And you're laying there in the ICU, all of a sudden you don't have insurance. And you're racking up medical bills, so you're part of that 1 in 5 people that would have bankruptcy because of medical expenses on your credit report.
Back to the medical stuff. Yeah, man, that would suck.
So that's I mean, there's if it could be tweaked in a variety of ways, it would be fantastic.
Yeah.
But as far as the nuts and bolts of the pros of the ACA, those are definitely the two biggest ones: pre-existing conditions and no lifetime caps anymore.
Man, that would completely suck.
Yeah.
That would suck, just sitting there like, all right, well, I can get you help. Oh,
I mean,
sorry.
trust me, I get it from my own personal experience because I've seen, exorbitant medical bills. As far as the way that my dad passed away, as far as being in the ICU for the final week of his life, as far as his heart issues. Saw it with my mom. I mean, my mom died of pancreatic cancer back in 2000. So I mean, and then my wife's ordeal, with COVID, as far as being on a ventilator for 9 days,
super scary, man.
and being touch and go, and I mean, you're flirting with in all of those episodes as far as ICU, heart stuff, cancer treatment.
Yeah,
I mean, you're banging out 7 figures. As far as medical bills.
She's doing fine now.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm not a scientist. You already know my story. I'm the son of a truck driver, writer turned insurance guy.
She seems fine.
So I would say that she's probably about 75-80% of where she used to be as far as from an energy level, that sort of thing. So
that's good.
We're about to, because we were gonna get married on November 6th. We ended up of last year, and we ended up getting married on March 12th. So one of the things that Michelle is going to benefit from now is she's going to have 2 wedding anniversaries. So we're actually flying out to Washington State, where she used to live. On Friday.
Nice.
So her second home in Bellingham, Washington, will be able to be there on November 6th.
Very cool.
For our symbolic 1-year wedding anniversary, and then what we do March 12th, that remains to be seen. But hopefully somewhere warmer and sunnier than Bellingham.
Yeah, I think that's
Washington.
where my girl's from, is close around the Washington area. When you said that name, I was like, that sounds familiar. Yeah,
I'm looking forward to going back to Seattle just to eat mussels at Elliot's Oyster House.
Eat mussels in the rain. Watch Grey's Anatomy by the fire.
Yep. Never see a ray of sunshine.
No, I actually have some family that lives up that way, and they always take pictures of the waterfalls that are up there. There's a lot of waterfalls in that state.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Or no, I'm sorry. I'm thinking my family lives in Oregon. Very similar and close to.
Oh, okay. I was like, man, granted, I don't know really anything about Washington that much. I mean, I do, but I don't.
Yeah, actually, we have family that lives in Corvallis.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or Corvallis, however you would like to pronounce it.
Yeah, that's where Oregon State's at.
Yes. Yep. I have two cousins up there that are Beavers.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yep.
Yeah, that's where your boy Chad Johnson.
And TJ, who's your mama?
Yeah. Yes.
I must have missed something about beavers.
That's the Oregon State mascot.
Oh, it was the beavers?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yep. So, cool deal. Well,
damming it up.
I know. Hey, let's get into everything you said was great. We're going to get into some current events now. Appreciate you talking with us about how you guys kind of got your start and everything.
Sure.
Actually, I do have one more question for you before we get started into current events. If you knew anybody who was getting into, or let's say we have some listeners and viewers who are looking to get into insurance, what's the regimen like for them? Or what's the schooling like, and what would you have to tell them going into it?
Well, I wouldn't have them follow my model necessarily.
Yeah.
But the path that Todd took was probably the best one. I mean, I don't know if I totally subscribe to the Malcolm Gladwell, you have to do something 10,000 hours to do it well, but but I always joke it's not a bad start.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So working for one of the big insurance companies is not a bad idea.
Like a secretary or something?
No, getting licensed and doing that, whether that's with like a Nationwide or a Prudential or even Metropolitan Life.
Yeah.
Just to get that training. I mean, what they do, because it becomes really dicey as far as
what's the schooling like? How long is the schooling for insurance?
I mean, you can knock it out in a week, really, if you want to. Yeah.
I feel like it's such a it was such a nonchalant career, but it has developed into into a mainstream career here in the last 20 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, it was, to your point earlier, it was just one of those things where, a lot of them tend to be family businesses. So it's you just kind of get absorbed into it, and it goes from generation to generation. And it's like, okay, here's your book of business, and you're going to get trail commissions on this.
Because it was actually listed, I believe, I could be wrong on this, but I want to say that I just read something not too long ago that said that insurance agent was one of the top 10 sought after careers with the minimal amount of schooling.
Really? Insurance agent?
Yeah.
Wow. That's cool. I would have thought of that, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's something that can be done without, if that's the path that you want to go on. I guess if I'm going to make this statement to the masses.
Yeah.
It's much like anything. You just need to get your foot in the door.
Yeah. And commit.
And commit to doing it.
Yeah.
And seek out a mentor.
Yeah.
Whether that's with one of the larger companies and actually make a salary for if they're offering it for 6 months, because it's such because again, to one of your earlier points as far as kind of being a dog eat dog world. I mean, it's tough when you're competing with people that have a bigger marketing budget than you do.
Yeah.
And people are just getting bombarded with these ads, and they're getting stuff in the mail and all that.
Right.
It is challenging.
Right.
But it would be worthwhile for somebody that wants to get into the business to have that type of training, that training ground, and then to kind of get a foothold as far as, okay, where do I want to make my next move?
Yeah.
Where do I want to take this as far as, do I have the personality to do this? Because when you're offering, because I mean, it really is a cult of personality. Because
can't sit there boring already,
right? Because you're
sell something boring.
Because I mean, when it comes down to brass tacks, and people will ask us this, well, why should we choose you over this person?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, first of all, I think that our service is going to be superior to somebody else just because we're such a small business.
You have a personal touch,
right?
Exactly.
And you're not going to go through extra layers of people to get to the person that you really want to talk to. So
right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, let's get into some current events now.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So, Lorne Michaels, creator and producer of Saturday Night Live, has just revealed who he thinks is the best cast member of all time for SNL.
Really?
Who do you think he chose
for SNL?
Yeah.
Best ever.
Best ever.
So I mean, you're going all the way back to.
We're going all the way back.
1976.
What's the the guy from Animal House?
It predates me. Belushi?
There you go. The mashed potatoes.
Yeah, it's a zit. Get it?
Yeah.
That's who I'm going to say that he picked.
I mean,
there's a lot of good people on
so
that
many,
show.
I mean, I guess for my own personal taste,
Yeah.
I mean, I would like Bill Murray or Phil Hartman.
Yeah. Ooh, Phil Hartman. That's a name I haven't heard in a
Phil
while.
Hartman, yeah, Caveman Lawyer.
He was great.
He was
great.
That skit was so stupid, but fantastic. That and Colon Blow, when he takes one bowl of Colon Blow, and it's fantastic.
Or Chevy Chase.
Well,
Chevy Chase.
Chevy was only there just the first year. I'm going to go with Bill Murray.
Bill Murray.
Who do you think, Adam?
I'm going Belushi.
This is his words, it's definitely Will Ferrell.
I was going to say that, but we started going back, and you're like, yeah, let's go back. And I was like, all right, off that trail now.
Yeah. Well, because now going off of what he or leaving what he said, best woman cast member. Who do you think it'd be? Is Gilda up there?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would say it has to be her. I don't know any other woman that would compete with her.
Like Amy Poehler and
Amy Poehler wasn't bad, or Tina Fey.
What's one blonde chick that's
Kirsten
in,
Wiig.
Kirsten Wiig
is fantastic.
She's actually really good. Well, who's the other one though?
one from Ghostbusters.
Yeah, the girl from Ghostbusters. What's her name? Is it McMahon or something like that?
Something about the AT&T Verizon commercials now.
Yeah, she does those now.
yeah.
What is her name? I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, I just
got
lost it.
But she's really funny too. They got a lot of good people on there.
Yeah, I got it out of
Oh, you got it?
Yep.
Okay.
Let me see here. So there's Kirsten Wiig. She's still there. Kate McKinnon.
Kate
you go.
McKinnon, yeah.
Yeah, Kate McKinnon
Was
is
she
good.
ever on SNL? Melissa McCarthy?
She was a host.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she was never on the show.
She's
though.
pretty funny.
She was never regular.
So this is actually going off of what Lauren said.
This is what he said in a recent interview.
I would think. I mean, I get the Will Ferrell thing as far as just the years that he was on there.
You think it's more of a buddy comment than it is a real comment?
I mean, Will Ferrell, as far as his versatility. I mean,
That's true. He's
It's
definitely.
it's kind of tough. I would say that he would probably go with Gilda, though.
So you think the two best cast members of all time in SNL would be Will Ferrell and Gilda Radner?
That's not my opinion. I mean, I would probably go.
right.
I would probably go with Bill Murray and Gilda Radner.
Bill Murray.
Bill Murray is a pretty good one.
Bill Murray's good. Bill
Yeah.
Murray's good. I was a fan of. I grew up during the Will Ferrell time frame of Saturday Night Live. So.
Also liked
Right? Yeah.
Chris
I mean,
Farley.
Oh yeah, Chris Farley, amazing. Yeah.
Wasn't on there a lot, but
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm not. I thought Chris Farley was fantastic.
Right.
But
Who wouldn't?
my taste is a little bit more subtle.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Bill Murray
So-
for sure is
So
the man.
the film. I mean, to your point. I mean, I'm like 10 years older than you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I mean, I'm squarely a child of the '90s.
Right.
I turned 13 in the '90s. I turned 21 in the '90s.
Right.
So yeah, Phil Hartman's.
I remember
I
Phil
love
Hartman.
Phil Hartman. Loved.
R.I.P.
Yes.
R.I.P. That was a crazy thing that happened.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Can't believe that. For those of you who don't know, Phil Hartman was shot and killed by his wife.
Yes.
Then she didn't turn the gun on herself, did she? Or she did? I think she did.
I think she did. Yeah.
I think she did. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe she did.
She was
I think
just
it
crazy.
Yeah, it was. I think it was a murder suicide.
Yeah. She was just nuts. So that's crazy, though. Fact check us on that one.
Man.
Yeah.
So young.
She was like a Playboy model or something, right?
That sounds right.
I think she was. Can't remember. That was a while ago.
It's a Saturday Night Live star was killed by his wife, Brian Oldholm, who battled with substance abuse.
Yeah, Bryn Hartman. That was her name.
And in their Los Angeles home, a few tragedies were shocking or heartbreaking as the death of Phil Hartman.
Yeah, he was shot in his
to death
sleep.
In his
Yeah.
sleep.
Yeah, that was insane.
Damn.
Yeah. So I don't know if did you guys hear about the modern day Ocean's 11 couple over in Italy?
I did not.
Or it was in Spain, I think it was. I think it was in Spain. The story goes like this. So a couple who were on vacation in Spain, the restaurant that they did this at, this was called the modern day Ocean's 11 couple. So basically what happened was this couple went into this Spanish restaurant. They owned a lot of very expensive bottles of wine. They said the couple seemed very refined to them, that they stayed there for a week, and on their last day of their vacation, they got the hostess away from her area, and they stole 45 bottles of wine. One of those bottles were a $407,000 bottle.
Whoa.
Nice.
What? $407,000 bottle of wine?
It was a $407,000
And they got
bottle of wine.
over 40 bottles of certain, not just that, but different ones, right?
Different ones, and most of them were from the 18th century.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, they
I'm
said
guessing we heard about this. They've been caught.
they have not been caught.
What?
They said that they have the Spanish authorities said that these were definitely professionals, and that this was a hit.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why they're calling it the modern day Ocean's 11.
Good for you. Good for you.
So
That is awesome.
one bottle estimated at almost $500,000 American.
Dude,
Yeah,
yes.
and the other part of that is that they
Wow.
said that one bottle specifically. A lot of people know that restaurant has that only bottle because there's only so many that were made.
Sure.
And
so
they
you
said
can't be selling it anytime
they're like,
soon.
if they try to sell it on the open market, it's gonna get tipped off very quickly. They said they think that this was a hit done by a wine collector off of the black market.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
So they just got a couple locked up in their collection, and they're just probably going to sell the other ones.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to pronounce it here.
That is crazy.
Yeah, they said Polo also confirmed at least 6 other bottles from the 19th century were stolen during the heist. The co-owner of the AP is the name of the restaurant. He and his team had not yet calculated the total monetary loss, but said the bottles were insured. So that's where you come in there, right?
Well, Tyler would.
Yeah, Tyler would. Yeah,
Tyler would.
yeah. He also theorized the man and woman were working for a private collector or had plans to sell them on the black market. Those bottles are very numbered and controlled, he said, explaining any attempt to sell them on the open market would immediately tip experts off.
Damn.
The 1806 Yaquin is unique. Everyone knows it's ours. It's a $407,000 bottle.
Wow. So yeah, they're probably just collecting their one bottle.
It was an incredibly rare 215-year-old Chateau Yaquin.
I wonder if the collectors have the body of Christ. The wine. They're the wine collectors, right?
Yeah. They said they gave staffers. Polo said the couple checked into the hotel sometime last week and gave staffers the impression of being very refined. Shortly before checking out on Wednesday, the man and woman dined at one of our trio's Michelin-starred restaurants and asked the front desk clerk to bring them more food out. The clerk then left their post and went to the kitchen, leaving the security cameras unmonitored. It was at that time the man entered the wine cellar and allegedly stole all 45 bottles, including an incredibly rare 215-year-old bottle.
So is that all they had? Was just 45 bottles of wine? And they're just like, yeah, we're taking all of them.
They said most of the bottles of wine could cost anywhere between $20 to $50 to $100,000.
Wow.
So, but that was the most expensive one.
That's crazy. So they probably got at least $1 million.
I mean, they said they obviously knew what they were doing. Like, none of the bottles that were cheaper were stolen. It was all of the bottles.
Oh,
that
took
were,
the good stuff.
Yeah, it was.
Right.
Yeah.
Damn.
See, to me, I don't understand the benefit of that because one,
Yeah.
you're not going to be able to resell any of them.
Well, that's why they think it was a specific hit
Like a
for a
collector.
wine collector.
Right.
Like, finally. Put it up in their
Yeah.
case. Like, they have like a 50
And I don't-
different
yeah, I
wines or
don't-
something. I don't know. I'm not a wine collector.
insane.
I don't understand. I mean, I like to drink wine.
I'm not a big wine guy. I just thought the story was fascinating.
It is
That's
fascinating.
nuts.
And the
Yeah.
fact that a couple just stays for a week.
And they're
cases the
still
place.
out there. They're still
Yeah.
out there. Probably we're gonna have a story next
Oh, dude,
week.
These people, I'm telling you right now, if this was actually professional, these people are long gone.
Yeah, dude, they have not been caught. They're out there.
They probably had dyed hair during the entire thing. I mean, if this was very professional, they know what they're doing.
If there's
Absolutely.
wine
They know what they're
sellers
doing.
out there, get ready because they're coming for you.
I don't know, man.
They're
I
coming
think
for you. Hide your expensive bottles of wine.
again though, you got to think of it as if these people are actually professionals. This is probably a one and done thing. You'll probably never see those people again. They'll probably never step foot in a wine place ever again.
That's true, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Modern day Ocean's 11.
Yeah, but I mean, if they want to pop a cork on one of those, by all means.
dude. That's awesome.
Would you though? I don't even know if you want to do that.
You can't let.
No,
like
they
you said,
wouldn't.
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't sell it or anything, especially if that one is specifically
Well, that's what they said though.
from
They could
that one.
they could definitely sell it on a black market.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, if you got
They
a
can get out
wine,
there.
if you got a wine collector who's willing to throw a couple mil at wine, I don't know. I wouldn't, but if I had that money, I don't know. Maybe some of these guys will just have nothing else to buy after so long. They're like, you know
Yeah.
what? Go steal me some wine.
Yeah.
I want
That's
what
sad.
I can't.
I don't know.
I want what I can't have.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's exactly what it is for the most
Go
part.
steal me that one.
Yeah. So, hey, a mom's OnlyFans page gets her banned from volunteering at kids' school. You guys,
Oh, yeah.
You guys heard of OnlyFans? You guys
Yeah.
know what OnlyFans is?
Yep.
What is it?
Do you know what an OnlyFans is?
No.
It's basically a private show.
It's like a social media page for sex workers.
Yeah.
Oh.
So basically,
okay.
you can get on, pull up
Yeah.
your laptop or your phone,
Yeah.
show it, and anyone can watch it,
But it can be-
as long as they pay and subscribe.
Yeah, you have to. You can't see anything unless you like subscribe to it or whatever.
Some
And-
people choose to show their face. Some people don't show their face at all because their other job is a volunteer
Yeah.
at a school.
most of them have other jobs, I would assume.
Right.
But
But
I don't
that's
know.
what OnlyFans is. If
Yeah.
you did, now you know.
So anyway, basically what happened was the board found out that she had an OnlyFans page,
Damn.
and they banned her from ever volunteering at her kids' programs again because of it. To which now she's suing and saying that you can't judge a person by what they do outside of the school. Like, you can't judge their profession.
That's true.
So I would assume she's probably going to win that lawsuit.
Yeah.
She's suing for $1 million though.
It's a lot more private than if you were like a stripper.
I feel like that's the bottom dollar now. Any lawsuit is.
Hey, this day and age, man, $1 million only get you so far.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. What's your take on that, though, Chris?
My take on it is, I think if you're gonna, you have to. There's consequences. We live in,
Yeah.
I feel like George Costanza, and we live in a society. There's consequences. She's probably going to win the lawsuit because of, I think she probably has the law on her side as far as,
Yeah.
I don't know.
They said they won't even allow her in the school.
See, that's messed up.
Like, pick up her kids.
See, then, again, that's all private. Like, how did the school board know that she had an OnlyFans?
Well, that's what she's basically getting
Right,
at.
that's-
She's saying, well, so someone looked up my page or someone subscribed to my page. She goes, so who's the perv, basically?
Right, that's the
You know,
crux of the
looking me up.
problem.
They're
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
instead of coming forward, you just can't come into school.
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
that's.
I'm kind of I'm on her side on this a little bit
I am
just
too.
because I'm like, okay,
It's a private OnlyFans page. Like, again, if it's like, it's almost like the same thing. If you were a stripper, like, you still got to make money and support your family. So, like, why are you judging me?
here's the other thing. It's a legal profession. There's nothing.
Yeah.
There's no.
It's not like there's sting operations like OnlyFans page.
Well,
we got
saying,
her.
even if she's a stripper, though, a stripper is still a legal profession.
Exactly.
Correct.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing illegal. So why would you be banned from something?
Yeah.
I hate the division in this country right now. I absolutely hate it, and this
Yep.
is why we don't talk about this shit on my show.
Yep.
But I will say this much. For that being said, the fact that you want to disinclude somebody because of their profession is just it's on the same lines of the division of the racial stuff and everything else that's going on out there, and the division between parties and stuff like that. Don't even want to get into it, but that's why I would be on her side.
Yep. I'm cool with that.
Yeah,
She's probably going to
we
win
should
them.
we should live in a more inclusive society. To put my little, sweater and Fred Rogers spin on things. But no, it's
Yeah.
I get it as far as the whole idea of with certain situations. You should have some sort of morality clause, but
Yeah.
I don't. That's a real slippery slope as far as I don't know that they really want
to ban someone from the school though to pick up their kids and stuff. That's a little
Yeah,
much.
that's too much.
right, and that's as far as and that's why people they cling on
Yeah.
to certain catchphrases and
Yeah.
they run with it,
Yeah.
and that's what nauseates people that are on the left or people
Yes.
on the right as
Yes.
far as cancel culture and all this.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
because there's no level of consistency with the way that
It's done.
the way that most people actually have their world view. It's
Yeah.
it's like, well, okay, I know you guys, so I'm going to give you a free pass on that, and there's going to be a lack of consequences. But this person over here,
Yeah.
no,
Yeah.
send it,
Send the troops.
yeah, send the troops
Yeah.
off with their heads.
So our
Yeah, send them to the social guillotine, so to speak.
social guillotine. That's a good way of putting it, though.
Yeah.
So to move on, though, last week, just our Halloween special, we talked about Aaron Rodgers' costume.
Growing his hair out.
Yeah. So you know Aaron Rodgers is really big on his costume every year, right? Did you know that at the beginning of the year they asked, why are you growing your facial hair out? Why are you growing your hair out? And he said it's from a Halloween costume. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
Okay, so it was. This whole year was because of Halloween
That's funny.
for Aaron Rodgers.
Oh, Rodgers.
So his costume was revealed actually the other on Sunday.
What was it?
Yesterday morning. So he went as John Wick.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he went as John Wick. I got some pictures here. We'll put these up as well here. But he did a pretty good job. I'm not gonna lie. He did. What's that?
Baba Yaga.
Baba Yaga. Oh man.
It's the boogeyman.
No, he did a really good job though. He definitely sold it, and he had pictures of himself.
Yeah, John Wick. Is that like Keanu Reeves's?
There you
Is
go.
that his third act?
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that what we're?
That's dude. He looks like a stunt double.
Yeah.
That is awesome.
He did like a professional photo shoot for John Wick.
He's got his dog too.
Yeah,
Little
he-
pit bull.
That is a level of commitment
He definitely
to
committed
Halloween that I most certainly do not have.
That's
He
awesome.
even, did
great.
he even did the movie poster.
Yeah.
This was the other photo that he took with his dog.
That's the one I seen.
So
okay.
that's
That's cool.
that's actually John Wick there. And then there's Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
That is cool.
So yeah, he did play it off pretty well. He did. Oh, including that though, did you guys see some of the NFL players over the weekend that dressed up? And all of them, I guess.
The only ones I seen was the Lakers.
We'll put these up. Yeah. So this is Russell Westbrook. He dressed up as Chucky.
Nope. I don't like
Nice.
And then we had, let's see here, LeBron James dressed up as Freddy
That's
Krueger.
what I seen. And old dude dressed up as Candyman went off, bro.
Yeah. Anthony Davis dressed up like Candyman,
That was sweet.
Okay.
a 7-foot Candyman.
Dude, he's got
Yeah.
a whole bunch of fake bees on the side of his face.
Oh,
Looks
really?
Awesome.
I didn't see that part.
Yes.
Then we had Damian Lillard and his family dressed up as the Flintstones.
Nice. That's
So,
pretty cool.
Yeah. And then this is Justin Jefferson. He wore the Michael Myers mask during his warm-ups.
The old what's the guy who played in Star Trek?
I have no idea.
The main guy? Shatner.
Oh, William Shatner.
It's supposed to be the face of William Shatner.
I heard that.
Michael Myers mask.
Yeah, I have heard that actually.
Straight up. They literally just this like pale white and cut the eye holes out more and they brush the hair out and then that's Michael Myers' face.
Really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Yep.
And then we have
Just found that out. too.
Miles Garrett dressed up like the Grim Reaper yesterday.
Yes. I saw that he had all the quarterbacks that he sacked on his back.
Yes, yeah. And then
How'd that work out for him, by the way?
So they supposed to win, but they didn't.
to win.
But he definitely added Roethlisberger to his shirt, so that's good.
He
He sacked another
did.
quarterback.
Then we have McCole Hardman.
Bastards! Sorry, go ahead.
And McCole Hardman dressed up like Eazy-E from
Eazy-E,
NWA.
yeah.
Straight out of Compton.
And then Ryan Tannehill and Anthony Fersker, I believe,
Oh, cool.
the tight end. They dressed up like the Joker, and their wives dressed up like, help me out. What's her name?
Harley Quinn.
Harley Quinn.
That's
Thank
sweet.
you. Thank you. This is Mike Glennon, the backup quarterback for the New York Giants. Him and his family dressed up like Mario Kart.
That's cool. Yoshi. Toad.
Yeah, Has anybody in the last half a dozen years made more money and done less than Mike Glennon?
I don't think
I should dress up as Mike. I should have dressed up as Mike Glennon.
And then you had Donovan Smith, the defensive tackle for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, him and his family dressed up like Moana.
Oh, cool.
That's nice. Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of fun stuff over the Halloween weekend.
I just dressed up as Thor again.
I did not dress up. I dressed up like a Ohio State football fan.
Oh, and then Saturday I was like purge mask.
Oh, nice.
I had to purge some people. You know.
So nearly 4 decades after taking a break, the Swedish pop group ABBA
ABBA
is back with a new album called Voyage.
What? They're finally Dancing Queen is back.
Dancing Queen is back.
Dancing Queen.
Serious?
Serious.
Is
Yeah.
back with the new album Voyage.
Yeah.
It's a great Dancing Queen is a great song. And if you want to look it up on the YouTubes,
Yeah.
one of my favorite rock bands called the Yahoos.
Yeah.
Yayhhoos.
Yes.
They do a rocking version of Dancing Queen.
Oh, really?
It's Dan.
That's interesting.
It's Dan Baird of Keep Your Hands to Yourself, Georgia Satellites fame,
Yeah.
doing Dancing Queen.
Keep
Yeah.
your hands to
Yeah,
yourself.
it's absolutely fantastic.
Nice.
It'll change your whole view of ABBA.
Dancing Queen. Yeah.
Dude, this song came out October 22nd.
Yeah. Yeah. They're
That's awesome.
Their
That's
thing
real
just
life.
launched. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm about to check this out after the show.
So, and then lastly, Calvin Ridley reportedly says he needs a break from the NFL for mental health reasons yesterday. The star wide receiver for the Atlanta Falcons.
What?
You guys hear about this?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
I did hear about
This
that.
mental health stuff, he said?
Man, it's a growing thing. It really is. I think.
Well, I mean,
I think
I
a
get
lot
it.
of these players are dealing with either PTSD or maybe they're overwhelmed by these game checks.
Yeah.
I don't know, but something. I mean, there's a lot more players that deal with, and I think it's a testament to a lot of people that deal with it. You know, I'm glad some of these players are able to, say, I got to walk away from it.
Right. Be aware of it and recognize. Yeah.
But then there's
absolutely.
another part of me that's like the guy part of me wants to say, they're putting millions into you, bro. Suck it up.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's a.
I mean, as far as my relationship with football and being a guy, as I revealed earlier, I was on the golf team, so I never played a down of football in my life. I love it.
Yeah,
I absorb it. I officiate it. I get it. I mean,
I'm not trying to be.
There is, there. I know exactly where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Because one side of my brain is the same way. It's like, hey, you're getting well compensated.
Yeah.
And you know that you're only going to, your shelf life.
Is
Well, for a
very
wide
limited.
receiver, I mean, I guess would be a little bit longer than a little bit longer than a running
Yeah.
back, perhaps.
Yeah.
Especially somebody in his position, that isn't necessarily, like the slot guy,
Right,
isn't
yeah. Right.
isn't necessarily a Wes Welker,
Right.
Julian Edelman kind of guy.
Right.
More of a playmaker, but no, I get it. And there's so much vitriol out there, and there's so many people that are all in on fantasy football and whatnot that it's like, no, I see it on so many levels as far as it's like, hey, okay, just because the guy only had 3 catches and didn't score a touchdown, he's not the devil. He's not.
Right.
He doesn't have it out for you.
Yeah.
He's rooting for you to get your 16.32 points on his fantasy deal.
Yeah.
So no, I understand it. I mean, there's people don't understand what goes into that profession and the level of commitment that those guys are. They're doing. Everybody, the society that we're in now, everybody wants to be great.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I don't think a lot of people understand what you have to do
What it
behind
takes.
what you have to do behind the scenes.
Yeah.
And actually, getting off of this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the gram and the TikToks and Snapchat and all that. It's like, I see these kids coming up through the ranks. And this isn't me being the old guy in the room. It's me being an objective observer of the human experience.
Yeah.
It's like, no, unless you isolate yourself and you actually, get the key to the gym and you're out there shooting the basketball by yourself. I mean, there's a level of, it's so weird. There's a level of isolation that it is required.
Yeah. And it can be a lot for your psyche.
To be great, really, in anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like, for you guys to have a great podcast, I mean, there's a level of preparation and research that you have to do. You can't always just fly by the seat of your pants.
Yeah. We don't.
we try not to, at least. Try to be a little prepared.
But no, the thing is, and my wife even got on me yesterday because when I heard about the story, I was just like, I wish, these guys invest millions in, these companies or these owners invest millions into these guys. And she goes, you're so heartless. You have no idea what this guy's going through. I was like, no, I get it. And she said, she goes, Treg, you don't believe in depression. You don't believe in emotions. And I was like, that's not true. It's not that I don't believe in it. I said, but there's a part of me that just thinks, you can't get over it, buddy?
I understand that because I'm gonna briefly interject 2 life experiences.
Yeah.
And that's why I joked about documentary filmmaking. I mean, I'm only half joking because there's stuff that I really want to do.
Yeah, we've talked about it.
I might end up doing some stuff with you guys.
Yeah.
No, true stories as a young kid and as an adult. So my grandfather dies in July of 1989. And the day that he's buried, it's almost Brett Favre-like.
Yeah.
Obviously, it wasn't that big a scale. It was just the Wapak Rec, Little League Championship.
Okay.
So I buried my grandpa that day and went and played the championship game. Played well.
Yeah.
We ended up winning.
Nice.
Hell yeah.
I'm not going to judge anybody that doesn't have the inner making to do that.
Right.
Just because it worked for me, I'm not going to say,
there's not a one size fits all. Yeah.
Oh, you're weak. Why couldn't you get over that mental hurdle just to do that because that's what they would have wanted you to do.
Right.
Fast forward, almost 30 years, the day that my dad died or was buried rather, I had to load up my car and drive all the way up to Bryan, Ohio. I was behind the plate doing a district softball championship game.
Yeah, Amtrak's out of Bryan, Ohio.
Yeah, there's an Amtrak there. Yeah, so the longtime umpire that was observing me on that particular day, I think it was would have been like the 18th of May of 2018. He just applauded me for reining in, my emotions and whatnot, because he's like, if I were put in that situation, there's no way that I would have been able to have pulled that off.
Yeah,
and I'm certainly, what, and to your point, what works for one of us doesn't, it's not a one size fits all approach. That's why I hate people that want to operate in these levels of certitude, the black and white world. There's so many layers of gray that exist in the middle as far as, once you understand that and start having some level of empathy and your life experiences to really get a grasp of okay, I did that, but
to play to the other side of the field though, Adam, I'll bring this up. A lot of people don't know this, but you had a mental issue.
Yeah, I don't know
going on.
What it was about. It was like last week, and I haven't really had something. Well, I guess the last time I did that when I was probably graduated high school and I was working at a really crappy job, but I won't say what it was. But it was like a weird day. Like I don't know what I felt. It was like depression.
Yeah, we had an episode scheduled, and Adam calls me up and it's just like, man, he's like, I hate to do this, but I can't do the show tonight. I don't want to. He's like, I don't want to. What'd you say? I don't want to produce a bad show.
Yeah, I just don't want to make the guests feel bad, but I don't know what it was. Like I wasn't having bad thoughts, but I just felt like I don't know what it was. It was like distant, or I don't know how to describe it. I just wasn't feeling up for anything, and I haven't felt like that in absolutely probably since like 2008. But I only had that because I was at a really shitty job, and I was just like, God, I want to get out of here.
Yeah.
But that just like literally, I don't know what it was. It came over me, and talked to him. He made sure I was okay and had my girl, right there with me. And then the next day I woke up and it was just like, I guess I just need to be humbled or something. Because then I felt great. I felt like completely opposite in my brain. I'm like, he's like, what was that? I'm like, dude, I don't know. I feel like $100 today.
But I had your back like 100% on it.
Right,
like,
right.
I wasn't.
He was understanding.
I wasn't gonna be. I didn't have the mindset of how I first approached Calvin Ridley's situation. And I just did this in the comfort of my car driving back from Columbus to my wife. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And now I'm making it public. But but no. Like I said, it was. There was a part of me that was like, come on, dude, like suck it up. Now, with Adam's situation, I took that more seriously because it was more closer to home, I think.
And he's never really seen me act like I don't act like that. I'm a pretty chipper up to beat guy.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
for me to be like, yo, I don't want to do a podcast. I'm not feeling good.
Anymore though, you hear that stuff like firsthand, and it kind of scares you a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy how, when you have something that's in your immediate orbit,
Yeah.
how it will change your perspective.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, absolutely.
For somebody that you care about, care for. Yeah.
Which I'm going to go get that checked out, too, just to see if anything was on with my brain. Because I really don't know what that was about, dude.
Yeah.
I really don't.
So,
It was weird.
But yeah, I mean, like it's you see a guy walk away from millions, though, and it's just a whole different. It's just like
Yeah, it makes you think, like, wow, what
And my wife
$1 million
said,
doing the favorite thing like you like to do,
Yeah, but my wife said yesterday maybe it's the checks that he gets overwhelmed with them. What do you do with all that?
More money, more problems.
Again, it very well could be. I was thinking about that too. I was like, I figured I would know exactly what to do with money. Like,
Yeah. Right.
but yeah. So, but hey, let's get into. We got some rapid fire questions for you, Kris.
All right. Yeah.
These are some new ones, or a lot of different ones anyway. But first, before we get into the rapid fire, Adam's gonna choose some Korean snacks for us to
that's what we're
try.
going to do first, yes.
Yeah. Adam's gonna try. He's got some Korean snack items here that we've never tried before.
We're going to get some shrimp crackers.
Oh gosh, who's doing those ones?
You guys can decipher that. If not, I will.
Okay. We'll see what. We'll let you pick. You choose who's eating what.
Okay.
It's all on you, Adam.
All right. I'll just grab these two. This is, it just says Ace on it. Cool. My initials. I'll take that. This says Cookie. Oh, Cookie.
Cookie.
Who wants a Cookie?
I'll try the shrimp
Cookie?
crackers.
All right. You
Okay.
get the Cookie.
Cookie.
I'm going to take the Ace cracker.
All right, I'm gonna try the shrimp crackers here. So these are Korean snacks.
Cookie biscuits. Peanut sand.
Oh, bro.
Whoa! Whoa!
Can you smell that?
I definitely don't got COVID. That tastes or that smells straight up like fishy salmon. Or like
I don't know how this is gonna taste, man.
Yeah, that's an aggressive smell.
yeah,
Very much so.
bro. That tastes
It's not bad though.
okay. You want to try my cracker?
Yeah, try one.
I wanna
a
try
shrimp
this.
cracker. It tastes like
Does it smell? Does it taste better than it smells?
the aftertaste is awful.
Yeah, these are just
Cookies.
peanut butter cookies. Yeah,
Oh, really?
Mine just a
Yeah, they're,
regular- no, I'm good on that.
they're like Dosey
Try
Does.
one?
I just tried one. Yeah, I'm good.
They're like Girl Scout cookies.
Try one?
Yeah, they're like Dosey. These are like the cookie is like Dosey does.
Okay.
It's fantastic.
Okay, cool. Mine just tastes like a Ritz crack. I like them, but I don't like those shrimp crackers.
They're, like the first initial taste isn't bad, but the
It's just like that
aftertaste is awful.
fishy aftertaste. I'm gonna go back to my cracker. No, I'm cool. Thanks.
No, I'm giving it to you to close up and put away. Or these are just like crackers then?
Yeah, it just tastes like
It's not good.
It's not good.
It's not good. As somebody,
the shrimp.
yeah,
Yeah, it's not good.
as somebody who's become,
You might want
you
to
know,
try one of those, get that taste
yeah,
out of your mouth.
yeah, and I ran out of coffee.
I don't know.
As somebody who's become a bit of a food snob and had some really really good seafood.
So these are just like crackers.
That is the shrimp deal. That's that's atrocious.
I mean, out of the whole box, that was the worst one. But I gotta say, out of the worst, that wasn't too bad of some other stuff
Those
I've
crackers
tried.
have like a plastic aftertaste.
The Ace crackers, yeah, weird.
Kris definitely had the better of the bunch.
The kooky.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, rapid fire questions. You ready? Who would play in a movie about your life?
Oh, so who would play you in a movie?
Yeah, who would star you if it's a movie about you?
Oh wow.
Anybody.
I would prefer Owen Wilson to do it.
Wow.
Even though I don't. Even though my nose. I mean, I broke my nose at age 9. It's not as bad as Owen Wilson, but yeah, I would choose him.
We can have a flashback on why his nose looks like that. That's awesome. Treg, who would play you in a movie about you?
Easily The Rock. No.
Dwayne Reigns.
No. Man, who would play me in a movie? Huh.
My dude already passed away. I was going to do. My guy was going to be Mitch Hedberg. Or Hedberg.
Oh wow.
That's a solid selection.
Play me.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, because the comedy part of me wants to say Chris Farley, but like the business acumen of me wants to say somebody completely different.
You're gonna stay in the comedy realm. You're not gonna say Bill Hicks. since Adam went Mitch Hedberg.
I think I'm gonna go with Zach Galifianakis.
Oh wow, that would be interesting. I got to see that movie. What is your
had some crazy parties in my life.
favorite TV show growing up?
Growing up, well, I mean, I'd say I was with Seinfeld from day one.
Okay.
I would have been 12 when it came out.
Nice. Okay.
So, yeah,
Seinfeld.
Yeah, it's easy. I mean, I almost work a Seinfeld reference into every day of my life.
I just started watching Seinfeld from the start on Netflix.
Yeah. It's up on
I've never
Netflix
seen
now.
it all, so I'm
Yeah.
I haven't
very
seen all of
interested
them,
in
but I've
seeing
seen a lot of them.
Yeah, I just started watching it, so it's very funny. Very funny.
Favorite TV show growing up, Treg? I know we may have discussed this on the last.
I mean, I have a couple ones, but
Mine's always that 70s show.
yeah, here's always the 70s show. You know what? I thought one of my favorite ones, Boy Meets World. I grew up with Boy Meets World,
That's a good one. I like that. Something
or Home Improvement.
something people misunderstand about you. What is something people misunderstand about you?
People misunderstand because people that haven't known me, for the quarter century or thereabouts. It's the language thing.
Really?
I always try to say something differently. Like it's almost, like improvisation.
Right,
I almost feel like Miles Davis, playing a trumpet. It's
You don't wanna
like
feel-
I can't say the same thing the same way
it
all
feels
the
too
time.
Staged. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
Treg, something people misunderstand about you.
I don't know. I put myself out there too much. I don't think anybody misunderstands anything about me.
I think your wife misunderstands how nice a guy you are. She seems to think you're pretty cold-hearted,
She does at times.
emotionless.
She does.
So maybe Steve Austin should play you in the
Hey, there you go.
Stone Cold.
or actually,
Are you with the Twins? Are you using cold water Tide to save on your energy bill?
no, but
because Ice-T and
Ice-T and
Stone Cold said so.
That's
you know
pretty
those.
good.
I've heard that I look like two people in my life though. Andrew Whitworth
Okay.
Yeah.
And I've also heard that I look like Bam Bam Bigelow.
Dude, that would be sweet.
Bam Bam Bigelow. It's outstanding.
That's sweet. What celebrity annoys you the most? You have a celebrity that you're just like,
This person again.
Again, I'm going to go back to Seinfeld because she had a couple cameos on there. Kathy Griffin.
Nice.
She can be annoying for sure. I'm gonna go with right now Kanye West.
Yeet.
I'm just like, why? Like, I don't know. It's annoying. It's annoying.
Mine's right now is MGK, just because he's dating Megan Fox and she's kind of a beep, and he's like showing it to everybody else, running his mouth. I'm like, dude, just play your kids bop and just make everyone happy. Favorite dessert? Any kind of like ice cream or like little ho-hos, some zebra cakes, cosmic brownies. Doesn't have to be a childhood thing, just any.
I don't know. I'm with like because I'm not really a dessert guy.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know. I really like rhubarb pie, like strawberry rhubarb pie.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Pie in a
That sounds really good. Yeah.
long time.
Treg?
I'm a cheesecake guy through and through, man.
Cheesecake?
I like my cheesecake.
All like just no specific type. Just give me cheesecake.
I like the regular New York slice cheesecake.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah.
I love cheesecake.
Yeah.
Mine again, mint chocolate chip ice cream. A secret that many people may not know. A secret that many people do not know. Something about you would like to reveal about yourself that people do not know.
Well, it's weird. I mean, because of my background, it's weird to be the one that's answering questions as opposed to asking
the
them.
health insurance questions.
Something that I guess that most people would not know about me was in college I would have interviewed Jerry Springer.
Really?
Yes.
Cincinnati mayor, huh?
Disgraced Cincinnati mayor and talk show host that was kicking the tires on running for governor.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, in 2000.
That's
Interesting. That's cool. What were you like interviewing him for?
He was on campus at Toledo and was literally kicking the tires on running for governor.
Yeah.
So it would have been.
That's awesome.
I guess it would have been in '99.
Okay.
When that happened, but it would have been for the 2000 Ohio gubernatorial race.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Treg, a secret that not many people know.
That's a good
So
one.
you don't have to answer. This one could be more for our guest.
Yeah.
What is the dumbest what is the dumbest purchase ever made? Something you purchased that you're just like, yeah, I probably should have done that.
And I did it twice.
Oh, great.
Nah, I'm not going to use that one.
All right.
A few select people out there would know what I'm alluding to there. Dumbest purchase.
I'm trying to think what I've done too. Dumbest purchase.
Made a lot.
A select. Yeah, I'm just going to run with that because a select few people out there would know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to.
Okay.
I'm going to ride with. I'm going to ride
All right.
with that, and they will know.
Trig?
Dumbest purchase I ever made. It would have to be, I mean, just because of the expense of it and then me losing money on it would be cars that I bought. I had a car that was a complete lemon that I've bought before. That was probably my worst purchase I've ever made.
Really?
Yeah, it was a family vehicle that I got, and we literally had to get rid of it within a month
Damn.
of buying it. Yeah,
That sucks.
yeah.
I can sympathize with that because as far as the car thing, my dad, he bought it was slightly cheaper, and it was the biggest lemon ever. He could have bought a Chevy Trailblazer.
Yeah.
He bought a 1977 Plymouth Trail Duster.
Wow, not a Blazer, a Duster.
A Trail Duster. Plymouth.
Is that a plane?
It was Plymouth. It was Dodge's version of a Chevy Suburban.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Trail Duster.
It was red and white. It looked great. However,
But it was dull.
yeah, you needed iced tea to have the car shield on it.
That's funny. What is your favorite board game? You have a favorite board game like Monopoly or Sorry or
Right? Yeah. I mean, that's a tough one.
Backgammon.
I would.
Shoots and ladders.
I mean, Monopoly, Scrabble,
There's a lot of
Trivial
good ones
Pursuit.
out there. A lot of good ones.
I would probably say Monopoly. 'Cause,
Monopoly?
I mean, we always played that as kids.
Like the game that never ends too.
Yeah.
We play a marble game in our house.
Yeah, what's that called? Just marbles.
We just call it marbles, yeah. But it's
gotta
like,
play
but
marbles.
it's just like Sorry. But my wife's whole
Sorry.
family's huge on it. Like they have like tournaments almost every Sunday. We play.
Okay.
Yeah, my in-laws and my wife are totally into board games, and I mean, we did it, but it wasn't
First time.
wasn't to the level of that they take it.
Now my side of the family is big into card games. Rook is our big card game that we like to play. We'll play it.
Never heard of that.
We'll play it endless hours anytime we're together. My wife's family's big game is marbles, and the first time I played marbles, I got so into the game. It was Christmas morning, or it was Christmas Day, but we played into the next morning until
dang.
about 5 a.m. We played 23 games straight.
Wow.
Just drinking and play. I mean, it was
Good God.
It was one of those where I feel like we drank so much beer, but I was still sober. You know?
Yeah.
You ever been there?
No, never.
I can't say I played 23 rounds of marbles till 5 a.m. either. So
We did. It was crazy. You know who you are out there. You were with me.
all right. Finish the phrase. The way to my heart is.
That's an easy one. The way to my heart is definitively Notre Dame football.
Oh hell yes!
So
Fighting Irish killing
yes.
dude.
So my wife, she went to her first game on Saturday.
Oh, that's always fun.
It was
This Saturday.
this past Saturday.
Okay.
Yeah. Drove over to South Bend, spent the night at
That's a,
place downtown. Actually,
It's a growing area.
It's improving. Yeah, it really
Well,
is.
so we stayed at the Morris, I believe it is.
Yeah, the Morrison that's on campus.
Yeah, so we actually had a drone job that we did in South Bend, and that's where they put us up at.
Yeah.
And we noticed they were building new complexes right across the street from the university.
Yeah, it's amazing what they've done as far as building that up over the last.
That was probably 3-4 years ago.
Yeah, last 10, 15 years. I mean, even in the last 5 years, as far as the Eddy Street Commons project that they have going on over there, it's just been amazing as far as really improving, the quality of life of the kids that are there. I mean,
campus life,
obviously, it's great school.
History.
Storied history as far as some of the athletic programs.
Yeah. I never realized how close. You watch that movie. What's
Rudy? I assume.
Rudy.
Okay.
Yes, I couldn't think of it, but yeah, you watched the movie Rudy. I didn't realize Sacred Heart was that close. When we actually toured around and stuff like that. Yeah, Sacred Heart is right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's literally right across the street.
Really?
Yeah, pretty close.
That's awesome.
I mean,
had
there's
no
an
idea.
engineering building, and then Sacred Heart's entrance is right there.
Yeah. Well, Holy Cross, you mean?
Or Holy
right?
Cross, yes,
Yeah.
Holy Cross. Sorry,
Yeah. Yeah. It's it's a really impressive piece of real estate that sits there. It was I mean, it sits there in kind of the middle of South Bend, but yeah.
I actually have something for you that I will send you later today in an email.
Okay.
That you will appreciate.
and if I can give a plug here, and as far as the tumbler that we got, and just the love of Notre Dame football.
Hey.
Yeah, it's not It's not a mistake that's navy and gold as far as the way that we did that.
Right.
And I'm also a huge baseball fan, so the E that's on there is, kind of an ode to my Detroit Tigers and the old English D.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
so yeah, Notre Dame football, Detroit Tiger baseball, that would definitely be.
I'll send you a copy of that. I also sent a copy of that to Dan Wilson, who's a big Notre Dame fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's the
awesome.
picture that we took of Notre Dame Stadium with our drone.
And what's that?
That's my signature.
Oh, that's yours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
So no one can
I thought it looked like Paul Horning or something.
No, it's Reigns AP.
Okay.
no one can
Like,
take credit.
that's tremendous.
My picture.
Yep.
All right, next question. What?
No, that's tremendous. No, he didn't take that picture, Chris. I did.
What story do you tell the most often? I know this goes back to you saying you try to improvise a lot of stuff.
I know, and that's one of the stories that I tell an awful lot, just because growing up, my favorite band was Led Zeppelin. So I had this really bizarre experience where I came home from college. I think it was for the summer, and I had all my stuff in my car, my old Pontiac 6000 that I had. And my buddy who owns Route 33 Rhythm and Brews outside of town had Jason Bonham. So you have the son of John Bonham, who died at age 32, the legendary drummer of Led Zeppelin. So his son's playing at the show that I wasn't able to get back in time to see, and I met up with my buddy Hollywood Todd Brown at the Waffle House, and they end up, Ron and Terry Leininger went with Jason and his band out to the Waffle House to eat. And kind of my cheeky move, because they had a jukebox at that time, and they had a couple Led Zeppelin songs on there. So I'm like, I'm gonna be that guy and see if I get a smirk or a sneer from Jason Bonham. So I played Four Sticks, which is a legendary song. That his dad is literally playing four drumsticks in the castle walk stairwell. And Jason took the bait. He loved it. I ended up giving him a ride, and his guitar player a ride over to the Super 8 Motel here in Wapakoneta.
Yes.
And I'm like, so it's this moment where, okay, you're in Wapakoneta. Nobody, this flyover country, nobody thinks that this is a cool place, even though, first man on the moon's from here. First guy to ever refuse an Oscar. The guy who has the lowest ERA in the history of Cincinnati Reds baseball. Nobody knows that. Nobody gives a shit about that. So you have to arrive in this moment and do the coolest thing possible. Well, I happen to have, it's so long ago, it would have been like 1999. I have a cassette player in my Pontiac, and I have a bootleg cassette of James Brown. From 1974, and that was his dad's favorite artist, him and John Paul Jones, the rhythm section of Led Zeppelin.
Cool.
They loved James Brown, so I pop it in, and Jason Bonham is playing air drums to a live version of "It's a Man's World."
It's a man's world.
With Bootsy Collins playing bass. Because him and his brother Catfish is playing guitar, Bootsy's playing bass. Olympia Theater. It's like March 8th, 1974. I popped that in, and those guys. They were like kids in a candy store. They couldn't believe. They're like, "Oh my god, I can't believe that you have this." And
that's awesome.
Yeah, that's my go-to story. I got goosebumps right now just thinking about that moment.
That's so cool.
That is the story to definitely keep telling most often. That's for sure.
Yeah,
golly,
for sure.
Treg.
So one of my stories that I like to tell a lot is the story of when we went to a Cincinnati Bengals game versus the Steelers that night. It was a Monday night game. After the game, we had media passes. I was working for WTLW at the time.
Oh, cool.
We were able to interview players and stuff like that and talk to players and stuff. After the game, we decided that we were going to have a drink and stay in Cincinnati.
Was that the game when Nugent missed like 3 field goals?
No, it was not that one.
Okay.
No.
Because that was Monday night and I was there, so I was going to see if
I can't remember.
I'm sorry.
I can't remember if
Because
it
you
was or
guys
not.
were there the whole time.
We did lose that game. I know we lost the game. That's all I remember. Man, I can't remember what year it was though.
Okay.
Palomalo was still playing.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So I can't remember what year it was. You know what? It could have been. It could have been.
Did the Bengals make a tremendous comeback and almost win the game? Do you remember that aspect of it?
I don't.
Because the Steelers blitzed out to this lead. There was a bunch of Bengals fans that left, that vacated Paul Brown Stadium. Because I was at a Monday night game with my brother Todd, and our dad, and then a family friend who was also a Steelers fan.
So this would have been like 2010, 2000. Yeah, it would have been 20. No, yeah, it would have been 2010, 2011.
It might have been the same game.
Might have been the same game then. Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah. So anyway, we were on the field for the game for the most part. And then we went up to the press box, got some free Skyline chili. We talked about that before. But anyway, after the game, we go to this bar, okay? And there's two parts to this story actually though. But we go to this bar and I take off everything that I was wearing that day because we wore like WTLW like polos and stuff like that. Took all that off. We changed. We decided we were going to stay in Cincinnati. We had friends that lived there. We went to a bar right after the game. Mm-hmm. Like I'm talking like within 45 minutes we were at the bar. Well, no, I take that back because we did interview some players and stuff before the game. I think it was that game because Mike Nugent did not want to talk to us because he missed the field goal. I think it was the exact same game. Now that I think back, yep, it was. Ben Roethlisberger would not talk to us at all. He was a dick, to say the least. And
Makes sense.
Yeah. So, but anyway, but we did talk to some other players and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. There was a linebacker, I believe, who played for the Steelers, who was from our area at the time.
Oh, right on.
I can't remember who it was. Or maybe it was for the Bengals. I can't remember. Either way, we go to this bar, sit down at this bar, and we're sitting there drinking. And this guy who owns the bar looks at me and he goes, "Oh, my God. I'm sorry, man. It was a bad game." I was like, yeah, it sucks, you know. He goes, yeah. He goes, "Will you drink my drink that I made?" I said, I look at my buddy. I'm like, "Yeah, I'll drink your drink. No problem." He goes, "All right." He goes, "Do you mind if I announce it?" I was like, "No, man. I'm just, I'm thinking, I'm like,
this is hilarious.
I'm like, this guy's just like he's really proud of this drink." You know what I mean? He literally goes, "Everybody shut up. Andrew Whitworth's going to try my drink right now."
Thought you were Andrew Whitworth.
He thought I was Andrew Whitworth, dude.
From the Bengals.
I kid you not. My buddy who's sitting right next to me, who works for WTLW, looks at me, he goes,
Like, we're going to have a great night.
Yes.
Great night.
So I chugged this guy's drink. It was literally
Another.
It was literally
Well,
nothing
realized.
but liquor. It was like Smirnoff mixed with like pink lemonade vodka is all it was. Mm-hmm. And I chug it, and he was just like, "Oh, thank you." He's like, "Can we get pictures?" So I took pictures with all these people at this bar.
Oh my God.
I walk outside. And
I wonder if he still has the pictures of you and realized.
I'm sure. I don't even know what the bar was called though. I can't even remember any of it. I mean, I wasn't because I was drunk. It was such I felt like it was such a fast paced time frame.
Right. Well, you're a superstar, bro.
Yeah,
it goes quick.
there wasn't much around then.
No.
At that time.
No,
so I suspect that it might have been the in-between.
I'm not sure. It was kind of like a
that
dive.
is hilarious.
It's a divey bar. I mean,
Okay.
which I like those kind of settings.
Yeah.
But
And there was like a little sitting area outside.
before kind of that pop-up town in between the
Yes.
stadiums
Yeah.
and the Holy Grail and some of that other
The
stuff.
banks, yeah.
The in-between was like the only game in town for Reds and Bengals games there
but
for a while.
It could have been that. I'm not sure. I remember they had like a little sitting area outside. It was a little colder that night. I remember that. But I remember walking outside and there's a guy with a Palomalo jersey. That's why I said I remember Palomalo was playing at the time. This guy had a Palomalo jersey on. He goes, "I know that I'm wearing this jersey, but will you sign it for me?" And I
Damn, he thought you.
and I said, "Sure, no problem, buddy."
Did you sign your name?
No, I signed Andrew Whitworth's.
Oh, dude, I would have straight signed my name. I would have signed my name.
Nice.
That is hilarious.
And we left, and we just, and it's just a story that we have now. But it was hilarious. What's even better is the week after that. At the time, Zach Collaros was the Cincinnati quarterback for the Cincinnati Bearcats.
Yeah.
My buddy Josh, Josh Cockrell, looks just like Zach Collaros.
That's funny.
We go to a bar that night, and there is a bartender who thinks my buddy is Zach Collaros. And he goes, dude, Zach? And my buddy's like, no, Josh. He goes, you don't got to lie to me, buddy. he's like, drinks on me all night.
He's like, I am Zach.
But that literally happened the very next weekend. It was
That's
insane.
awesome.
Absolutely
That's
insane.
sweet. All right, I got two more rapid fire, and we'll go into Would You Rather. Would you ever appear on a reality show?
Absolutely not.
No, nothing.
He said absolutely not.
No reality show at all, huh?
No.
Flavor Flav. Treg?
Depending on what it is, like,
Road rules.
I don't know, probably not.
10 strangers in a house together. Get to know each other for the first time. Okay. I don't know if I want to be in reality. I guess it all depends, too.
Yeah.
Have you ever won a contest?
Yeah, I mean, I guess I won some spelling bees
All right. Hell yeah.
when I was at
Counts.
St. Joe Elementary School
That
here
counts.
in
Hell yeah.
Wapakoneta.
Treg, have you... Actually, I'm gonna say Treg's.
Yes.
Because I know one of Treg's. Back in high school, I think we were a junior class, and it was like all the schools against each other, and he was nominated
It was all the classes against us.
Yeah, it was 9 through 12, certain games. Long story short, he got nominated to put your face in a pie to get a piece of gum out, pull the gum out, chew it up, and blow a bubble. And Treg was #1, baby.
You got to tell him how I won, though.
Oh, you really want me to give it away?
Go ahead.
Is it too soon?
No.
This MFer already had a piece of gum in his mouth. He literally walks by me. He's like, I'm like, so as soon as he's down there for like 2 seconds, like, oh, #1. I'm like, woo, Junior.
Easiest contest ever.
Read it and weep. So it's a little too late to get our titles taken away from us now. But that was the last rapid fire. This is Would You Rather. You ready?
It's Would You Rather time.
Would you rather never eat watermelon ever again or be forced to eat watermelon with every meal? It's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Never again or for every meal? Watermelon.
I mean, I like watermelon, but I could go without.
I would.
Yeah.
I would go the other way. I would eat it with every meal.
Really?
Yeah. I like watermelon. It's probably one of my favorites.
I enjoy watermelon, but I mean...
I would probably just end up eating it for breakfast. I'd probably just end up eating it for lunch, and then I'd have it as a dessert for dinner.
Just watermelons so much.
I could do watermelon.
So you won't even have watermelon on the side. You would just be like, this is my meal.
Yeah.
All right. Watermelon for Trig, not for Kris. I'm going to go none for me as well. I can live without it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Would you rather get a paper cut every time you turn a page or bit your tongue every time you ate? Like you eat food. Biting your tongue every time you eat. Paper cut every time you... Or every time you take a bite of something, you're like,
Man,
Wow.
that's a tough one.
Yeah, that's brutal. But I would.
Very
can you
brutal.
wear gloves?
No.
As a guy who's worked in an office for 2 decades,
So I can do a lot of eating and a lot of page flipping.
yeah, I've had a lot of paper cuts.
It's a tough one.
But yeah, I could deal with paper cuts. I couldn't deal with biting
I'd
my
hate
tongue.
to bite my tongue every time.
Yeah.
I think that's what I'm going to do too. Is I'm going to do paper cuts.
I'm gonna take the
I would
paper
have
cuts.
to do paper cuts for sure.
I would hate to bite my my favorite food, and just like your mouth is just like ground beef because you're just biting your mouth so much. Your tongue. Oh. All right. Would you rather have a photographic memory or an IQ of 200? A photographic memory or an IQ of 200?
I would say photographic memory.
You just remember everything you see?
Yeah.
Okay. Treg?
Yeah, I would go with the photographic memory as well.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like that would do more justice than having an IQ of 200.
What's the highest of the IQ you could have? Like, what standardizes being pretty intelligent?
I mean, 200 is pretty high.
Yeah, 180s.
Yeah, 180 is like Albert Einstein.
Oh, so 180. Okay. I just didn't know what the peak is, man. I'm no Einstein.
Yeah.
So you guys are going with the photographic memory then?
Yeah. I mean, if I could look at a book and remember it word for word, why do I need an IQ of 200?
That's true.
Correct.
That's very true. I don't know, man. I'm neither one, so I'll pick one or the other. I'll be pretty lucky.
Yeah.
That's hilarious.
Would you rather be always stuck in traffic but find a perfect parking spot, or never hit traffic but always take forever to park? So always be stuck in traffic but find that perfect parking spot, or never be stuck in traffic and always take forever to park?
I hate being stuck in traffic,
Gosh,
so I
me
can
too.
I can deal with the aimless wandering of finding a parking spot.
I did that a lot in Texas.
Yeah.
I would be the opposite.
You would rather
I'd rather
be stuck in traffic and then find that perfect parking spot.
Yeah, because I hate, especially like if I'm like, all right, I need to get in here, get what I need, and go. Mm-hmm. Then I do not want to be aimlessly looking around for a parking spot. If I'm in looking for a parking spot for more than 2 minutes, my day's over.
Oh god. Yeah, I might have to do. I'm gonna have to. I don't know.
Having malfunctions over there.
I don't want to be stuck in traffic. We're gonna get the stage guy. Come in here and help.
I think
Put his mic
I've
back
been
on.
gentle with it.
Oh,
but
he's good. He's good.
I'll get through it.
All right.
Would you rather go on tour with Elton John or Cher? Elton John or Cher? Would you rather go on tour with? Tiny Dancer? Or are we going with
Well, I mean, I
Believe in Love After Love?
believe. Well, that would clearly be a song that I do not need to hear for the rest of my life.
So probably Elton John.
I would go with Elton John. Yeah, because I mean,
You tell Sheriff, like, we can go on tour as long as you don't sing this song.
right? I mean, yeah, because I mean, I love like Elton John's first 5 albums. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Who
required.
doesn't?
That's required listening for
good stuff,
everybody.
man.
I mean,
Prerequisite in the music.
yeah, Madman Across the Water and all
Yes.
that. Yeah, that's easy. Elton John.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have to say the same.
Yeah, same here.
Not
I
a
love
big Cher
Elton John.
fan anyway.
I don't mind Cher. It's just Elton John seemed like he'd be way more entertainingly fun.
I would just ask her, like, why do you lick your lips all the time?
All right,
Like
last
she
one.
just got done eating a Red Hot every day.
Oh, Cher does. Cher licks her lips a lot.
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she does.
Check that out. All right, last would you rather? Would you rather have a permanent splinter under your big toenail or have a permanent bad haircut? Would you rather have a permanent bad haircut or a permanent splinter under your big toenail? Permanent pain?
I would have to. Yeah, I'd have to go with permanent bad haircut. And I'm not gonna make a joke about my barber, who is a dear friend. So, shout out to Randy's Barbershop, Randy Barhorse.
Hey.
So yeah, no, with all the steps that I take, especially with the officiating stuff, yeah, there's no way I could live with a splinter. No way.
So you're going bad haircut, permanent
Yeah,
bad
because I
haircut.
mean, I can hide.
Yeah.
With the
Hat or something.
with the exception of basketball, I could hide under my hat. So
Treg?
Yeah, man, I'd have
Splinter,
to go. I'd have
bad
to go with the haircut. Splinters suck. Dude.
Yeah.
They suck.
I had one actually when I used to work at UPS when I was loading packages in their trailer. I went to go pick up a box, and my finger went across the bottom, and it's all bored, and a piece of wood it went under my fingernail, and you could see it going almost all the way through my nail. I think that's when I got depressed. That was actually the job I worked at. But
Oh, really?
But yeah, it was one of the worst pain feelings ever.
Oh my
To
gosh.
have a splinter under the nail, so I can't imagine under the big toe. So
I believe it. All right, hey, we want to thank you all for coming out and watching or listening to episode 15
wow,
with Kris Ewald
Thanks for having
from Ewald Financial
having us on your
Services.
show, man.
Yeah, absolutely. It's been
No, it's been a good. It's
been a pleasure.
I learned a lot. I don't know. I don't have life insurance, so I want to definitely get it with him.
Yeah,
the show.
we'll
There you
do
go.
that.
There you go. Thanks for checking out episode 15. The social guys here, Treg and Adam. Thanks again to Clue Studio for sponsoring the show.
Thanks.
Check us out on TikTok, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube. Oh, and Adam now has our Instagram up and ready to roll.
Yep. Trying to get all social guys platforms ready to rock. So
Yeah. Facebook's always popping as usual. Stop by there. Give us a follow. Give us a like. Check us out. You won't be disappointed. If you're watching this for the first time, welcome.
yeah. Hello, we're on 15.
Hello. We're on 15.
Didn't think we'd make it this far.
Numero 15. All right. Thanks for joining us, guys. See ya.
Bye.